This demo is exercise 4.7. It is on page 171 of the textbook. This exercise converts a string of a day of the week to a number. So the input is a string representing a day of the week, for example, Sunday. And this word can be capitalized. And Sunday is considered as the first day of the week, so the corresponding number is 1. So this program, when it runs, it will ask user to enter a string represent a day of the week, for example, Sunday, and it will output a number, 1. So you can also think if you enter the word Saturday, then the number will be 7. Now let's start to build the script that convert a string containing a day of the week into a number. First of all, let's open up the template M file. And I will name it day of week as the file name, .m. Similarly, I will just use a simplified version of the question as the purpose. I'll just do a copy paste and reorganize the comment. So probably we need to give it a little bit indentation here, just for the purpose of best display. And now we'll enter the record of revision. So I will say FEB, that's 12, 2018. And now we will have a programmer who is me. And we will describe the version of the script. So I will say original version or original code. As for the variables, it will be very easy to conceive that we will have a string which represents day of the week. So I will say day string. And try to avoid using day because I think day is also a function of MATLAB. So this is a string containing a day of the week. And of course, you can have another variable called day number. It's a number representing a day of the week. All right. Now let's move to the script body. So as usual, before we write the code, we try to solve this problem using so-called the pseudocode. And first of all, I think you always ask the user to enter the string, to enter a string. Supposedly, this is a string represent a day of the week. After that, what we're going to do is to compare the string with the names of the day of the days of the week. All right, so I think we have a requirement that, for example, if we enter Sunday, the S can be capitalized or not capitalized. So in order to make things easier, before we start the comparison, we will make everything the same case. So at this point, we'll say make the string all uppercase. And this will be very helpful. So in the next comparison, all we have to do is compare the names with all letters uppercased. We just compare the names of all letters are capitalized. Okay, because this is the match comparison, so we can use a so-called switch statement. So here you can make a note, use switch statement. Okay, so just makes things a little bit easy to understand. All right, so then we'll see the following. So if matched Sunday, then day of the week or day number is 1. And then I think there will be altogether 7 matches. So we just need to get the rest 6. So it will be Monday, then it will be 2. I will do it again. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. Friday. And Saturday. Lastly, you have to make sure that if no matches, it should display wrong entry of the day of the week. All right, so that's it. So after you finish the pseudocode, let's look back a little bit. And we found that we have the this portion to ask for user input, that is data input. But for the data output, it's kind of vague here. So we only have a display the wrong entry of the day of the week as the output. But as for the rest, there's no output. Certainly, you can have the output statement for each match. But I think it will be redundant because you have to get like 7 output statements in each case. However, those 7 statements are exactly the same thing. So in this case, what we're going to do is to change this no match a little bit. Instead of at this point just display, what I'm going to do is to separate this. If there's no match, so the day number is 0. So in other words, if there's no match, we'll have the this number as 0. So at this point, we can, based on this day number, to decide what kind of output will be. So in this case, so what we are going to do is, at this step, we'll say, make a judgment to see if the day number is greater than 0, which meaning it is correct input. So display the number, day number. Otherwise, the input is not correct. Display wrong entry of the day of the week. So I would just use this line. All right, so that will make things a little bit neat. All right, so let's write up the code. So ask the user to enter string. So this will still use the input. So we'll give a prompt, please enter a string containing a day of the week. Because we're asking to input the string, so you need a extra inputs for this input function, that is s. In this case, it will read this keyboard entry directly, and it will not try to interpret it as some kind of a numerical value. All right, once we did that, the next thing is to make the string, every character in the string, uppercase. And there's a function for that. The function is called upper. So what I'm going to do is day string equals upper day string. So up to this point, whatever you entered will be capitalized. Next, we're going to use a switch statement for the conversion. So now we enter switch, and with the day string as a selector value. So if there's a match for Sunday, so and I will copy paste the Sunday here. Then the day number will be 1. Okay. And now we just need to do some copy paste. In order to make it more efficient, what I'm going to do is to copy paste this several times, and then do the modifications later. So this will speed up the writing of the code. Okay, so I have all 7 cases filled it up. And now I just need to make modifications. So over here, it will be Monday. Sorry. And then this value will be 2. And this will be the Tuesday. And the value will be 3. And this will be Wednesday. And the value will be 4. And this will be Thursday. And the value will be 5. And this will be Friday. And the value will be 6. And lastly, this will be Saturday. And the value will be 7. And if no matches, that will be the otherwise case. So we'll say otherwise. Day number is 0. Equals 0. Okay, so that's the end of this case. Next is for output. And we will make a judgment as for what kind of messages will be displayed based on the day number value. So if the day number value is greater than 0, then we will output the correct day number. So what we're going to do is to output the correct day number. So we will use fprintf. So what we're going to do is, so the day number 4, and if we want to also include the string, so we will put the %s. This will be the placeholder for a string. Is all right, so there will be a day string and a day number. Otherwise, which means if it is the number is 0, in this case, we'll say else. We'll just simply say the entry or the input this is not a day of the week. End. Okay, so that's the oh, I think over here I should add the value of the day of the week, or the input, so it's a day string. Okay, it's done. So we will save this as a new file. So I think the name will be day of week. And if we move up, day of week.